not wanting something is actually just as good as having it. And that's kind of a double-edged sword. If you don't know me, my name is Liam. I make a YouTube video every day. I'm in sales. I have a fitness coaching business, and I make a lot of videos just about what I learn along the way. So today I just want to talk about how much control you have over your desires, and you need to choose them wisely. So Naval, he's an investor. I talk about him a lot. He talks about how if you choose one thing and you want it bad enough, you can pretty much get whatever you want out of life. So my point is that you really need to choose your desires carefully, because if you have 2, 3, or more desires, you're not going to get any of them. Therefore, you'll suffer eternally. So for me right now, I'm in this sales push, and I have this goal, and it's 18 days of sales. My goal is to sell $40,000. Last year for the same contest, I sold $20,000. And so I wanted to double it. And I've grown a lot. I've honestly transformed in this past year, mostly just from the literature I've been reading. So before, it was all grind set, hustle culture. I've got to get rich ASAP. And now I talk about this on my channel, but I've shifted to really seeing the effectiveness of being optimistic, of being at peace, and being happy in general. I've seen how that makes you more effective. However, if it's like a pendulum where on one end you're on the grind set, nothing matters, fuck everybody else, ruin relationships, and then on the other end of the pendulum you have, I only care about peace, which you're a monk. You want to find that middle way. And so I have swung too far towards peace, where I didn't make any money for a while, and I was extremely happy. But then I've also been on the other end of the extreme. And so for me, it's about finding the balance. As cliche as it is, you need to find the balance between peace, and you have to figure out how to use peace and choose your desires. So what I found during the sales push is that the way I kind of cope, I guess, or the way I find peace again, is I can just simply determine that I don't want something. And I am reluctant to say that, because I know that's something lazy people often do. Now, don't get me wrong. I've sold almost 11 grand in the past, 10 days. So it's not bad by any means. But I don't have that same just starvation for these sales that I had before. And I almost feel like I go into my appointments with just a better energy. That's my main point here. I approach everything, and I'm not doing less work. I'm really not. But it feels like I am, and that's kind of eating away at me mentally. But I'm actually doing the same amount of work, and I'm getting better results, I would say. And even if I'm still selling, I'm doing great. But I feel happier doing it, and somehow I'm at peace with the entire situation. I approach everything, I have fun doing everything, and I feel like for longevity's sake, at least, enjoying what you're doing is really beneficial. So if you can do something that feels like play to you, it feels like fun, but looks like work to everybody else, of course you're going to be the best at it. I just find it really hard to believe that if you want to be the best at something, you're also going to simultaneously hate it. It's probably not going to work that way. Whatever you're going to be the best at, you're probably going to enjoy the most. And however you need to cultivate that enjoyment, do it. And for me, I don't know how much longer I'll be selling this kitchen product in home, doing what I'm doing. I've gotten so much from the opportunity, but for me, it's not about the money. And I'm making great money. I mean, I've made over 5 grand this week. That's not bad at all. But at the same time, for me, it's about how I make the money. I was enthused when I made 3 grand selling my coaching program, because it's just how I made the money that excited me. So for me to go out and sell kitchen stuff, knives, flatware, cookware, doesn't fire me up as much. And that's what I've realized. Even after I close big sales, I don't care. It doesn't excite me. And so maybe if I'm desperate and scarce for money, I can always I know that I can sell this stuff. But for me, I just want to do what excites me, and I feel like what excites me, there's a lot of opportunity in. So I really like social media. I think making my first dollar just through my videos directly is going to be a big moment for me. Right now, I'm not monetized on YouTube, but I am close. And so when I start even making like $10 on just YouTube, I'm gonna be enthused. But my point is this: money is not really exciting. What I've realized is it's how I make the money, and it's just that ultimately comes down to what I'm doing. So when I'm pursuing my own business and making it for myself completely, it's so exciting, no matter the amount of money I'm making. However, when I'm working for someone else, doing something repetitive that I've done for a long time, it doesn't light that same fire. And I'm not trying to have shiny object syndrome and just jump from thing to thing. But I think having a sales job, absolutely crucial. You can learn almost every business skill. Well, the most important business skill. Any salesperson will tell you sales is important. Anyone who does something, they're going to be partial to what they're doing, and they're going to be biased. So I'm not trying to be biased, but I think it's a very popular opinion that sales is important. And in my experience, it's created a great foundation for me as an entrepreneur. And now I being able to sell something is, I went and sold my program, and it wasn't hard. And I would not have done that. I would not have had the courage to even do it if I had not sold a premium product like I'm selling now. So the main point of this video is choose what you want wisely, because every desire is a chosen unhappiness, is an equal opposite. And we go in these cycles where we want something, and then we work super hard to get it, however long that amount of time is. Then once we get it, we realize we want something else, and then we repeat the process over and over again. And it's not a bad thing. I don't think you should relinquish all desire. I just think that you should choose the ones that you want very carefully, knowing the cycle that's there. Peace.